And welcome back again. Let's discuss the FiReLEAGUE and get our team ready. So, before I actually start doing the prediction or whatever, like without anything looked up or anything, it's pretty obvious that there are three teams that potentially can win this event, and a dark horse 9Z. Like those three teams that can potentially win the event is Spirit, number one. Second in my book is Imperial, and the third one is Pain. Mm, However, Masonic is quite interesting, and I believe that these guys are probably the ones to look after, probably, right? Like maybe next year or whatever, they can be a good pickup for like a tier two team, whatever, or maybe themselves they're gonna do something. So now let's look at the matchups. I believe we start from the Friday games. Pain against Masonic. As I already said, yeah, Masonic is a interesting team, but at the moment, I don't think they stand a chance against Pain. Pain, unfortunately, not qualifying for the major. Uh, Probably gonna do more good than bad for them. Mm, they have time to improve. They have time to actually uh, think of the way they want to approach the game, because the way they played was, I would say, very buggy, and it was more related to like individual plays than actual team play. Which whenever you're trying to achieve something decent and like trying to climb on top, never gonna work. In like tier two, tier three, maybe when there's like no decent position, but as soon as you gain somewhere to like tier 1.5, like those individual plays, they kind of getting irrelevant because like every play is good individually, and it's like probably the only player that can make a massive difference right now, and only because like he he knows what he's doing, like, and he can adapt like very very good. Is probably Yekenda. Everyone else is just not not on the same level of his entry fragging, right? Like when you can expect something from say Brokey, Simple, or whatever, right? You can expect certain things, right? Then you never know what Yekenda is gonna go with, right? He can just go plus W. He can just like camp around the corner, and just like his aim is insane. So unfortunately, American continent doesn't have this type of player. Uh, so this is why, like my book, like Pain should be beaten Masonic straight away. Imperial against Issaros. This is interesting, and like with all the respect to Issaros, Imperial should be beating them pretty easy, and maybe not pretty easy, but they should be beat anyway, right? Because like mm, I believe Imperial players had a quite good party after they qualified, but it's time to grind again. And I don't think they're gonna go like brilliant game from start, right? But I do believe they're gonna beat Isurus. Um, if we're gonna jump to the semifinals straight away, because it's gonna be on Sunday, so 2 day preparation basically. Mm, I don't see Imperial going past Pain in this occasion, because as I said, yeah, they probably had a good party. I don't think they ready, and they probably gonna grind that hard. So I think they had a couple of days off. They they're not gonna really try hard, right? They're mostly gonna rely on the individual play, which in my book, probably Cello gonna have some decent rating in the first game, maybe even Winnie. Mm. Fer, I don't expect much from Fer at this event. Uh, in the second game, I believe that Pain gonna go through and gonna play in the final. So now Saturday games. Spirit against the Vindigo. quite obvious. Spirit should be going through 2-0 without any problems. Maybe like 16-5, 16-6 or something like that. Like I don't think they're gonna lose more than 10 rounds in like single, unless they play an ancient and they start on T side. Other than that, I don't see that as an option. MIBR against 9Z. 9Z, I'm very happy for them that they got through to the major. However, mm, I don't think they're gonna beat MIBR this time, right? Like MIBR just gonna be probably very angry. They're gonna try hard. They're gonna everything that they have, and I believe 9Z won't be able to deal with it. So MIBR against Team Spirit. If we're gonna talk about the map pool of MIBR, that we're not gonna see a lot since they on the map, since they don't really play that much, and the map pool is quite average, right? They completely kind of ignore a nuke, and they play everything else, and they only play everything else because they kind of don't give a cookie, right? Um, the percentage is quite decent, but like the most recent event showed us that it's not about the percentage. Not about the percentage. Losing to 80k on Dust 2, lucky. And like losing to Isurus, this was like unacceptable, even with the stats. Like 16-13, 16-14, 16-11. Very poor result, right? So, but in this occasion, I actually believe that MIBR will be beat 9Z, right? So 9Z against Spirit, not gonna happen, and Spirit against MIBR will be quite interesting in the game, but on an individual level, Spirit will just destroy them. It is what it is, and in my box, we're gonna see Pain against Spirit on Camp Nou. Spirit Pain, and anything can happen over there. But for me, Team Spirit should absolutely win this. And as we all know, Team Spirit always wins at Camp Nou. Okay, now with that said, let's try to build our team. Okay. I believe that Magix can be potential one of those players that are gonna get MVP. Um, and other players that I'm considering, like 100%, I have to go with Brunson. 100%, since Henny is overpriced. Exit, Turtle, Yota. I I don't want to pick any of these two players because their rating is good, and they're not really playing those roles that bring in a lot of points. Any is 220k, which is overpriced. Yota is 209, but still, in my box, he's a good player, but for some reason he's underperforming, and I don't think that he will perform well even at this event. So I'm gonna avoid him as well. And the only player that I'm considering taking is Brunson because like he's in good form. He has a good rating most of the time, so that's a no-brainer for me. Mm, then, as I said, yeah, my core players gonna be from Spirit. I'm gonna go for two players, Magix, and it's gonna be either Patsy or it's gonna be Wonderful. I will go for most likely Wonderful, and this is a tough decision. Uh, as I said, either Cello or Vinny, most likely gonna perform best for that. So I'm gonna go for Winnie. because like I believe they're gonna win against Isurus and they're gonna lose against Pain. And mm, I do want to pick a player from Pain, but I have to kind of probably change Magic's Siren and hope that either Wonderful or Siren gonna claim the MVP. Or even if Magic's gonna pick MVP, like everyone else gonna play decent. And then I have Poco and Hardazo. Uh, and by the rating, it's obvious that Hardazo should be the one up. And this is the team I'm gonna end up with. Mm, am I completely happy about this? I don't know, but considering that my gamble, not really gamble, my bet is on Team Spirit, and I believe that MIB are gonna win the first game. Also, Pain gonna win the first game, and Imperial gonna win the first game. I don't really care which one of Imperial or Pain gonna be facing Spirit in the final. So I can pick like both players, and my expectation is that Pain gonna be in the final, but Spirit gonna win them, and Spirit players gonna grind me a lot of points. Uh, Siren has a huge chance to go nuclear on the CT side, and if we look at his stats, they were not the best, if I remember right, but still like 126 against Cloud9, 148, 122, 141. Like he is getting there. He is getting there. 121, 135. Like really, really good numbers recently. Wonderful. He can improve. Anything can happen. So this is my team. That's what I think. Defender on Hardazo, leader on Siren, main Opa, support on Vinny, and entry frag on Brunson. Uh, in terms of boosters, I believe that Winnie, at least on one map, he's gonna be 100% at the bottom of the scoreboard. And actually, let me change it. Let me use it this way, because I still see like potential like 5% that they can lose first game as well. And if they do, they're just gonna ruin a lot of teams. Mm, he's gonna get a lot of assists probably because he's gonna be like the entry. So if he doesn't kill, he gets a lot of damage on the enemy. Cardazo is like one of those players that's very often left in 1v2 scenarios. So there's a quite good possibility of the clutch. So yeah, I think that's my team. And let me know what you think. And see you next time.